What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tom and Will FPL show. It's game week 38.
It's not, Thomas. It's not game week 38. It's not the final game of week of the FPL season. It's the Europa Cup League final against the Spurs.
Europa Cup League trophy against Tottenham Hotspur. Mate, I'm quite excited about it. I don't know what's going to happen. How are you feeling?
I'm nervous, mate. There's a lot.
You should not be nervous. You're going to cruise it.
There's more than just football on the line here. I feel it's only Manchester United could make the biggest game of the year, being like 16th and 17th or whatever. Like only United would make this like the most important game of all time, and it's going to be horrendous. But I think we're going to be all right. I think we're looking at.
Fine.
I think they're going to score first though. And every single Tottenham fan.
Mate, I don't think anyone's going to score.
No, I reckon it's going to be 3-1. I think it'll be 3-1, but I think Tottenham will score first. I think Dominic Solanke will score first, and that will be the worst thing to happen for Tottenham. Because if they score first, and click me on this. If they score first, it's on like Donkey Kong. So there. And I like Donkey Kong.
I'm trying to do the intro to the show. And
Sorry,
you're going deep straight away on Tottenham. Yeah. We haven't even started. He's nervous, guys. He's nervous. Right, what are we going to talk about on this week's show? We are going to talk about the Europa League Cup final trophy playoff final. And we're also going to talk about the FA Cup final because that was a beauty.
Oh, that was
Crystal
great.
Palace have won their first major trophy. Congratulations to them. What a game. That was great. And then we're going to be moving on to game week 38. As I said, it is here. It is here. We're going to be looking at transfer targets this week for the final week. Obviously, in the last game of the season, anything goes. We're going to be talking about who we're looking at this week. And I've done a little free hit, just a little theoretical free hit. If I was on free hit, who I'd be going for, just to help Will and I decide which players we should be looking at this week. And then we're going to go on to captaincy. Oh my God. It is serious this week. I think this is the most wide open it's been all season. I did my list of like captaincy picks this week. Who's on the list? I've never had this many. Like there's like 7 or 8 names down there, and I think it's going to be a real split. So that's going to be great. And then we've got an extra special edition of Footballer 20 questions because we have brought Phil back onto the show. Phil gives us the ammunition pretty much every week. So we thought last game week it's time to get him on. So him and Will be picking through my pick for those guys. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. Drop us a little comment. If you're listening on the podcast, give us a 5-star review.
Yes, sir.
So come on then, we've already established you're a jittery mess and you're not overly confident about tonight. Mate,
Yeah.
as a neutral, like a semi-neutral, I just can't see Spurs getting anything out of this game. Even though United are awful, you seem to be better in Europa League. You've had a better run. So you've had a harder run than Spurs to the final. I think Spurs are very lucky to be in the final. And I don't see it. I don't see them getting anything out of this game. Ange is rattled. Ange is so rattled. He's not calm, collected, oozing confidence, through the squad. I think it's just a mess. And I think he's getting sacked in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's going.
The end.
It looks like he's going to go regardless. But I think I'm mildly confident. Like the only stat that I don't like. There's a couple of you get on like social media. I get a couple of things in it, but I get a lot of positive stuff. Like you saw the thing that I posted, and you might have seen it about like the last time City was cupless, we won the Europa Cup, and I was like, and it was like cut with Breaking Bad. When the guy
such like classic United fan.
Yeah.
What do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Propaganda.
Propaganda. Yeah, it's just
but,
like the last time Man City didn't win anything, we won something.
Yeah, but then there was this one. Here's the flip side of it. I got the negative one earlier, which was like, this is the year of the birds.
The bird.
And I was like, Crystal Palace. they won. Newcastle,
Liverpool.
they won, and then
Yeah.
Liverpool won. So I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. But no, on the whole, I feel alright. I feel. As I said, I feel like we're gonna steal it. But
Where are you going to watch the game?
we're at the pub. We've got the table booked. Me, Spike, my brother, his
It's
girlfriend.
the usual table.
Yeah, the locals are down. It's gonna be intense. If it goes the other way, if it goes south, then we're it's not gonna be pretty. It will be home, bedtime, early.
Win or lose, we're on the booze.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That is true. But
yeah,
that's tonight,
happens.
so tonight will shape the course of the next 24 months for me. Really, I think. It's that serious. I don't see how it's going to go. If it doesn't go well, then I'm not going to be much fun to be around for like the next 2 years.
For the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Why 2 years?
Well, because next season's a washout, and what's the point? Like, I just don't want to play anymore. And then hopefully England might do well in the World Cup, and if they don't do well in the World Cup, then I'm still going to be upset from that. So that's that.
Great.
So yeah, good luck.
Don't worry, guys.
Yeah,
I'll be here.
no pressure. As I said, it's more than just football. But yeah. Anyway, what have you been up to? Been playing golf?
I did play some golf. I'm practicing, mate. I told you it's the Cider Cup. Did I tell you?
Yeah.
It's it's at the end of June. This is serious, man. So I'll ride a cup, obviously rhymes. Red versus blue. We've been doing it since 2012, and I've got to get my golf ship shape, mate. I'm going to the range again after this today.
Oh yeah.
Gonna have myself a fitting. Might get myself a little new club because I need to sort a few bits. Oh, mate, I just realised. Oh, I might do a quick unboxing live on the show.
Oh, let's do an unboxing.
Mate, that's literally just what came through the door. I'm really excited about it. The backstory is, right, the first ever Cider Cup we did, we needed a trophy, right? And one of the lads, he stole like a crap vase out of his mum's house, right?
I remember
And it was awful. Awful vase. And since then, we bought a trophy. But like, bear in mind, like 2014, we're still young lads. We didn't spend any money on it. And that trophy is actually terrible. So this year, we've dug out the original vase.
You're kidding.
And I've taken it upon myself to get a base for it.
I love how serious you go with this. The other side, exactly what... Oh, hello.
This is it.
Wrapped in bubble wrap.
Base. Look, this is the vase. Look at this.
Wow, that's for the YouTube.
So I'm going to put that on the base.
Get the base out. So for the pod listeners, it's a lovely glass vase, and it looks actually rather expensive, but it's not. Right, it's just glass. What's a shame is have you got? Is it the base? Have you had it have you got some the previous winners inscribed on it?
Yeah.
Of course he has.
Actually, well, the thing is, I've done it. I've got to put the plates on myself. I've just realised probably not the best unveiling. Oh, but the base looks quite nice though. Does it fit? It's got to fit into this hole.
It looks like it fits.
Oh, it does.
It fits like
okay,
a glove.
We're in business. This is swanky, mate. This is better than I thought it was going to be.
Mate, look at that.
I've got plates. Oh, mate, it's going to be great. I'm going to make it. It's going to be great, and then I'm probably going to lose it next month.
Yeah. Well, you'll lose the vase, but you'll keep the base because that's all that people want.
Yeah, because mate, I've got to super glue this myself.
Oh right, jeez.
Yeah. Anyway,
love it, mate. Good luck with that. The Cider Cup is serious. I'm aware. As I said, I've been doing it for a long time. I need to get my golf in. I need to. Oh look.
See that?
Yeah, nice.
Oh, it's actually gonna look pretty special. This, I've smashed it, mate. I've smashed this.
You have.
Right. Okay. Cool. Let's talk other stuff. Should we talk Crystal Palace beating Man City in the FA Cup final? That was pretty good.
So yeah, Crystal Palace Saturday. So let's go back to Friday. So Friday, I had a lot going on. I had people with the flat, all moving crazy stuff. Anyway, and I was found myself at the pub with my estate agent friend, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, got a call and was like, "Do you want a couple of tickets to Chelsea versus Manchester United at the Bridge, and I was like, of course. So I said yes to that, and within like 5 minutes, I was like, I've obviously got to take Spike. Within 5 minutes, I get a call from, if that, like 30 seconds, as I put the phone down, essentially, Spike calls me, and he's like, what time are you picking me up? And I was like, all right, mate. Anyway, so went to the Bridge. It was obviously 1-0 loss, but we played all right. The United fans were excellent. Like, they didn't stop. They were standing the whole time, and we were in the hospitality, like, friends and family area, and we were like, geez, can't really get up and cheer, but it was great to watch. And Spike had a great time. Anyway, with that, that kerfuffle, and obviously being at the pub and having a few pints in the sunshine, I totally missed the deadline, got away with it. We'll come to the team, but yeah, then Saturday I was a little bit ropey, because we had a few beers, a few appetizers, and had to go and meet my friend Christine, and then we were in the park drinking beers in the sunshine, and then she was like, FA Cup's on, and I was like, oh, let's go home and watch that. So we caught the second half. What a play! What a performance! And they just deserved it. And City are just all ends up, I think is the term. So
yeah, they're a bit of a mess. I mean, they obviously had a good result last night, and they looked quite assured. It was a good performance against Bournemouth, but mate, it always felt like leading up to it, I felt quite confident that Palace were going to win it.
Me too.
And they did a job. They did a job on City, didn't they? And they kind of sat back and they hit him on the counter attack like it was a great goal, really nice worked goal, great finish from Eze. Eberechi Eze is on fire. That guy is almost single-handedly handing me green arrows every week at the moment. He's been amazing, and he's in great form.
Yeah, we'll come back to that again. And Ismail Assar as well played well, but then of course there was the controversy, handball. Yeah. It's a handball all day long. Yeah. If that was Liverpool in the final,
hey! Don't be like if that was Liverpool.
Oh no, you don't get to fight. Yeah, sorry, no, you only just scrape the league. But if it was Liverpool against Crystal Palace, you would be there going, are you kidding me? That is handball all day long. He shouldn't be in the goal. He should not be there.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I think it's handball outside the box. But what a save! Marmoush stepped up. God, Haaland is just not him. Like, imagine also Haaland giving up the penalty. For me, shows his lack of quality, and you don't even put him in the same breath of so many strikers. Yeah, he's a phenomenal talent, but what are you doing, mate? Like, Ronaldo would never.
They said that in commentary, didn't they? That's what they said in commentary. You said you wouldn't get Ronaldo doing that. You wouldn't get Messi doing that. You wouldn't get Mo Salah ever giving up a penalty.
You wouldn't get Alan Shearer going, oh no, you have it. You wouldn't get any of the strikers. You think about all of the talisman of all of the any team ever of all time. They're arrogant and they want to score the big goals, and that's the biggest of them all. And he
it's
gave
surprising.
It up.
He's obviously shot of confidence. But I mean, how do you get your confidence back? You score goals, and penalties are the easiest way to goals. But he just thought, look, it's an FA Cup final. I don't want this to be on me. And yeah, he buckled it. And I think by doing that, actually put more pressure on Marmoush as well. And obviously, he missed his penalty instead.
But one thing he did do,
I'm so happy for Palace.
But yeah, one thing Marmoush did do is he scored goal of the season last night.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
That's goal of the season,
right? Whammo.
It's got to be goal of the season. He hit that with some gusto. But yeah, fair play.
It's definitely up there for sure.
I can't think. I'm just trying. Yesterday, I was thinking, like, what other major goals have been scored this season? Like, I mean,
I can't remember what happened last week. To be honest with you, mate. I'm sure there's been some belters. It'll be on Match of the Day. It must be on Match of the Day this week. They'll do goal of the season, eh?
Yeah, I guess so. Should we have a look at my rubbish team? Not Manchester United.
Yeah, go on. How did you get on, mate? Did you get on? It was a still tricky week. I mean, we know you missed the deadline.
Missed the deadline.
You didn't get away with it either, really, did you?
Not really. This is the first red. I've been cruising on very small green arrows for many, many weeks now. But yeah, this is the first little red arrow. Not a huge one, 40,000 points, but I mean, no, it's a lot. I didn't. Everyone. There was no one that really performed. The people that got me out of jail was Milenkovic got a goal off the back of his back, which was I was so happy about to get me 8 points. Defence all blanked apart from him. Bowen is playing great football for me. I just love. He might be a captain's choice for me, but we'll come back to that. Alanga he got 8. Alanga got 5. De Bruyne did nothing, and Buamo was my captain, luckily, and he scored me 10, which worked out. Haaland, just a no-show last night. Cunha came off the bench. Mateta came off the bench, and the bench did nothing. So yeah. I've put 433 points there. 43 points in total, and I've slipped a little bit in all of the mini leagues. So it is what it is. The last game of the season, though. 2 transfers in the bank now, and it may work out okay.
I think you got a bit of a pickle. I think going. Obviously, 2 transfers is great. I think you need him, don't you? That front line is suddenly looking very weak for you, isn't it? With Haaland not being in form, Cunha got dropped. Mateta was rested last night. I expect him to start, but then Nketiah got 2 goals last night, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's suddenly like, oh, actually, this front line does need a bit of work to it. So, what have you got any early thoughts of who you're targeting?
I will come back to it a little bit in more depth, but of course, everyone and his dog is going to get Saka in against Southampton. And it would be kind of a little bit foolish of me not to try and squeeze that in. And I think that's quite a simple change for Kevin De Bruyne. Who, I mean, look, there's such a game of luck. I mean, I watched the game last night, he could have scored and got an assist, and then
No, he didn't score.
How he did? Yeah, he missed of the season, goal of the season, miss of the season. So this team would have looked a lot different if, and also Vardiel could have got a clean sheet, and if they didn't just throw one away, then it's actually I'd probably be top of the stack and be on like 60 something points. But this is the way it is. So I think Saka will come in for KDB, and then I think the other transfer will have to be a Haaland. Cunha, I don't see playing the last game of the season. I think that we've not had a full here we go yet from Fabrizio, but I think that will come tomorrow morning regardless of the result.
I texted you this morning, didn't I? I don't know if you saw it.
saw.
Fabrizio Romano was saying that he's basically agreed to go to Man United regardless of European qualification next season.
Well, so we kind of the forums had that kind of insight beforehand. It's good to come, obviously, as soon as Fabrizio says anything, then it's gospel. But I think, as I said, the here we go, regardless of it wouldn't be surprising if it's like on the strike, on the very finish of the game, Fabrizio drops it, because if we've lost, then it's obviously a little bit of a silver lining.
Pick me up.
Yeah, exactly. And if we win, it's like, who's next? Gokares, let's go. But anyway, going back to the team, I don't really know who to. I mean, I like Wissa is doing bits, isn't he? Still, and I like him.
Yeah.
Havertz, maybe he's only just come back. He didn't really look like he was on the pace on that Arsenal game, but targeting. Obviously you just got to target the 3. Is it Ipswich? Who is it? Leicester? Is it Southampton? So I guess that's kind of what we're looking at. I mean, Evan-Nilsson, tempted by Evan-Nilsson, obviously. Anyway, let's have a look at your team, Thomas.
So I took a hit this week, or last week rather, and I took out Marmoush, is what I did. I took out Marmoush and I took out Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I bought in Michael Keane, who was just sat on the bench last week because Jacob Bryan was back. But I wanted to bring in Watkins. I bought him in, captained him. He got his assist, which is fine. But 68 points -4. Konsa was my big result of the week, to be honest. Goal and a clean sheet on Friday night, so that got me off to a good start. And then I had some luck with the Palace boys. Obviously, Eze coming off the bench late last night to get a goal was a great result for me. Saka. I've already got Saka 3 points. He's not really doing it much at the moment, which I'm going to come back to in a minute. We got an assist from Saar. I've got Visser for 10 points, and then Captain Watkins for 10 as well.
Yeah.
First time this season I benched Raya, and he was on fire. He was absolutely on fire. So that was a shame. Should have stuck with him. He's gonna be back in this week. I played Areola. I mean, I don't know why. In hindsight, but I just thought Newcastle were going to put up more of a fight. Well, we thought Isak was going to start because he, as you said last week, Will, he'd trained a week, but then Eddie Howe said that before the game he felt stiffness in his groin, which I thought was unfortunate.
Happens to the best of us.
Happens. Yeah. And he wanted a day off. But no, I think obviously they really struggled without him, and I expect him to be back next week. So I'm going to keep hold of him. So happy. Got like a nice like 40 odd K green arrow. I'm up to 215K. So I'm trying to break into that top 200. So I just want another green arrow next week, and I'll be well happy with that. I mean, I already am happy, to be honest.
Yeah, that concert. There's quite a lot of people, especially in my other mini leagues. On Friday, I was like, oh goodness, I like they had who else scored heavy? Cucurella, Chelsea boys, and basically the in my family mini league. That third place person, she went top stack. She was on I think she scored 80 points this week or whatever it was. And she had, her defense was just full of double digits. And I was like, oh, great. And I've got, I was like, oh, this isn't going to work out well. But yeah, that concert, that was a big, people that had him. And obviously quite a lot of people had Watkins and Wisser. They're really pulling it out. And those Crystal Palace boys, mate, well played.
So,
how are you feeling about...
How are you getting on in the Farmers League then, mate?
So, Farmers League, I'm third at the moment, and I have got...
God, it's tight, isn't it? You were top last week.
I was top last week. As I said, the two people, the second and third place, the sisters, are... they've just had Stormers. Both weeks they had Stormers, and it's the final game of the season, and we were all 5 points apart, basically. I'm top. I'm 5 points away from top. And their sisters wedged in between us, and it's a tasty old end to the season. I think with, as I said, with those two transfers that I've got, I think they're going to have to take hits right from the bat, and I may still have to take a hit. But if they want to target those three relegation teams, then I think it's going to be an interesting one. I've got people. There's money being thrown around. There's money being thrown around by the rest of the league. they're going, I reckon Will's got it. And they're like, absolutely not. He's a bottle job. And I'm like, get out of it. Anyway.
Shall we talk about my little free hit team that I've got? If you want a free hit, I think this is possibly where you want to be looking, just to give you a little bit of food for thought. Do you know what I mean? For your transfers.
Yeah, go
right.
On, then.
So I've got Raya in goal at home to Southampton. Kirkes, Bournemouth, home to Leicester. Fabian Schär home to Everton, and I've got Concert in away to Man United. I think, win or lose, I think United aren't going to be massively up for last game of the season. You are at home, which is a big factor last day of the season, because last home match. I would love to be targeting more home teams, but unfortunately, all the teams that you want to target, you've got Arsenal at Southampton, you got Brentford at Wolves, you got West Ham at Ipswich. It's all the teams that you want to target, the relegated teams, they're all at home, which is a shame, because it's you think they're actually probably going to step up to the plate a little bit more than they would usually last game of the season. So, and then I've got Bowen at Ipswich, Trossard and Saka of Arsenal in midfield at Southampton, as I said. Bumo, Wolves. I've got Salah in. I don't fancy Salah much. Liverpool are clearly not at it, but home to Palace, last game of the season where we will be lifting the trophy, we'll be wanting that carnival atmosphere, and I think the players will put in a performance last day of the season. I think it'll be a good day out, and I expect Mo to get something in this game. I think he is actually a good captaincy shout this week.
Dude.
And then up top, Watkins, as I said, away to Man United, and Evan Nilsson at home to Leicester.
Yeah.
So I think this is who I'd go with on a free hit. I think I fancy Bournemouth at home to Leicester. They're probably the most appealing team because they are at home. Leicester are going to be without Jamie Vardy. He said he's not going to play this game at all. He's just going to leave it at 500.
I love it.
Congratulations to him for getting his 200th goal. Amazing.
Yeah. What a flower.
I
loved his interview. Did you see his interview, Tom? When they were like on the pitch, and it's classic Vardy, and he was like, obviously, the crowd's just going wild, and he's had all the players like embracing him, God of Honor, the whole deal. And the interviewer comes up, Mike out the tannoy, that whole deal, and she's like, so I can imagine that this is an incredibly emotional time. Like, Jamie, how are you feeling? And he goes, yeah, I feel all right, mate. It's like, yeah, no, it's been great, isn't it? It's like, thanks everyone. Like, it's like, yeah, no, I feel fine. It's like anyone else would be like, yeah, it's just, can't believe this time has come. And blah, blah. He's just like, yeah, whatever. just Jamie Vardy doing Jamie Vardy things is just brilliant.
Yeah,
but he's not hung up his boots. There's talk of Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace have
I think there's a few people could come in for him.
I mean, I'm surprised Manchester United haven't gone for him.
There's still time, mate.
Still time. Oh god.
But yeah, there's no City in this team, in this free hit team. City are away to Fulham, and it's like if you do have City assets, who are you going for? Like there's no one really that's taking my fancy. Obviously, Marmoush scored last night. Great. Haaland doesn't look like an asset at the moment. Defensively, I like Fulham put in a great performance away to Brentford. I thought they were done. I thought they were on the beach, and then they smashed it. So I kind of fancy Fulham to get a goal against Man City. No City assets for me. And then the Arsenal thing is interesting, right? Because it's like I don't know if I trust Arsenal at the moment, and Saka in particular. So, like, just to put it in perspective with Saka, in the last 5 games, right, since he's come back from his injury, he's accumulated 9 points. Just to put that in perspective, like, you've got in the last, like, the informed players at the moment is, in the last 5 is Bowen. He's had 44 points in the last 5.
Wow.
You've got Eze, he's got like 36, Trossard 36, and Mbumo 36, Vissa 36. Do you know what I mean? So Saka is not on form whatsoever, and like Arteta's basically said I think he literally said that he's on the beach now. So I think there's going to be rotation. Could see Ranieri getting a nod, but I don't think anyone's not going to play Saka. There's going to be a lot of people captaining him. I just don't trust Arsenal, and they're not reliable. But on the flip side, I'd say who are very reliable, Southampton. Like, they are very reliable, and they will concede a sackful. Harwood Bellis went off injured last week, so it's like the worst defense in the league is weaker than it would usually be. So it's like we've got to get some Arsenal assets in, right?
I think so. I mean, I must admit, with my transfer plans, as I mentioned, sort of like, every man and his dog's going to be getting Saka in and captaining him. This is a big risk because obviously you can foresee that Saka plays against Southampton, gets 2 goals and an assist, or a goal and 2 assists. You can see it. You can physically see it. But, and there is a but, is everything you just said. He's not on the pace at the moment. And I'm just like, do I do it? Do I not get him in? Get in, and like a Sade, like Eze, Trossard. I'm more tempted to get Trossard in than Saka and just go against the grain. But it's a big gamble. I think I would too. It's a super gamble. It's basically, do you want to go for it? Do you want to win the league? And if you win, how much of a risk taker are you? If I'm third, I'm third. It's not first. If you're not first, you're last, as a wise man once said, Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights.
Absolutely, mate.
I'm just going to bring up your. I'm going to bring up your team, Tom. Like just your bus team, just because we're kind of like in that realm, aren't we? So let's have a look. So I mean, in my opinion, you've got one free transfer in the bank, haven't you? No, so you got a little little squirt of money in the bank, and you've got one free transfer.
I got nothing. I got point one.
Point one.
I got point one. I got nothing.
And
Got nothing.
but what are you looking at? Like, obviously, so you said Raya in goal instead of Areola, but Areola's not a terrible shout either against Ipswich.
So at the moment in this bus team, I've got 2 City defenders, which, as I just said, I don't really fancy that. So I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking I might downgrade Vardio to Kiwior at Arsenal, because I think Arsenal will keep a clean sheet whether or not they go off and Saka gets a hatful. I don't think Southampton will score. So I wouldn't mind a bit of Arsenal double defence this week. Sounds nice to me.
Does.
And I want Jared Bowen. That guy is on fire. As I said, in the last 5, he is top of the stack for form. He scored a great goal last week. West Ham are terrible. That is the only thing. But you'd think away to Ipswich, Jared's up to something. I think he's a great captaincy shout this week. He could be the best captaincy shout this week because of his just consistency alone. But if I want to bring him in, it means I've got to take out Eze or Mo Salah.
Mo Salah.
And I think it's tough. It's
What
tough.
about-
But Eze is away to Liverpool.
Can't you
I
take
think it's
out
going to be
Ismail
Eze.
Assar? Don't you think you could
Nah, I've
squeeze
got
out?
enough.
Huh? Not enough. Not quite there.
Not enough. Not
That's
enough.
a shame.
I think basically I'm going to have a real hard look at myself in the mirror and decide whether or not I want to lose Eze for the Liverpool fixture.
Would you even
As I said,
contemplate?
I think we'll dig.
Would you even contemplate losing Isak, for example, seeing as he's got a groin strain and he might not be back against Everton? Potentially taking a -4 by losing Isak for like Eva Nielsen, and then you could get Ismail Assar to brain's gone. Panic. Who did you just say? Jared Bowen.
No.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Can I actually do that? That's
Yeah.
an interesting question.
Well, Eva
That's an
Nielsen's like
interesting question.
Eva Nielsen's like 5.5, isn't it? Or 5? No, maybe he's more like 6 now. Anyway, I still think you got it.
The problem is, I think Isak's actually going to be all right, and I think I don't want double City defence is the thing. Do you know what I mean? I think I'd actually come out better off by getting an Arsenal defender in. Because I think Isak will do all right. I think he'll play, and I think because they need to win. They still need a win at home to Everton.
They do. That's a huge game.
So I'm just gonna
Have a
quickly
little,
check.
have a little
Stand
poodle.
by.
Have a little poodle. 2 poodles.
I'm just gonna have a little look. Eva Nielsen in, add you in there, and then Ismail Assar. You can pop out there for Mr. Where's our Bowen? Big bad Bowen face.
He plays for West Ham.
Oh, I'm on page 2. He's got to be right there, isn't he? There he is. Add. Yeah, got loads of money. Yeah, so that would work. Don't mind it. Don't mind it.
It's an option, isn't it? But I hear you.
It's an option. It's a good shout, Will.
I hear you with the down, but you can't even downgrade like one of the City boys to like no one. No, it's just that's not enough money.
It's got to be Vardio. It'll be Vardio and Eze.
Oof.
Tricky one. It's a tricky one. So yeah, I'll think on that. So come on then, mate. I'm giving you all the good information. Where's your head at? What transfers are you gonna make? I've given you that wicked free hit team. What do you think?
I like it. No, I really like the free hit. It's definitely put some food for thought.
Who do you think you need in your team?
So I've got as I said at the start of the show, I've got 2 frees and I've got loads of money as well. I've got 2 million in the bank. So it is a tricky.
Can I say one thing actually, Will? Just looking at your bench,
of course.
You got some. I don't know if this is your bus team. You've got Semenyo on your bench. I think you'd probably play him over Cunha and Mateta, wouldn't you, at home to Leicester? Absolutely.
So yeah, I've not said. I've just got copied and pasted this over. I think that 100% Semenyo comes in against Leicester at home for the last game. And then, so my middle would be Bowen, Elanga, Mbuamo, Semenyo. And as I said, I think I'll get rid of Kevin De Bruyne. But now the question is, do you go for Saka? If I'm going for Saka, I'm captaining him, potentially. Or maybe Bowen, because he is just holding that team up. We'll come back to captaincy. But I think KDB comes out. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't even play at the weekend in this game.
No.
It might be the case. I just don't know. And then Haaland, maybe I switch Haaland, and or any one of those strikers. But then again, I also like the idea of bringing in an Arsenal defender, and I have Pope as my backup, which I don't hate. Areola against Ipswich or Pope against Everton.
Yeah, you don't need a goalkeeper transfer, mate.
No, because I'm hoping that Big Dan Burn and Pope will do a job as well as Arsenal will do a job against Southampton. I'm hoping, but that's where my kind of head's at.
I think you could do like a little Cunha and KDB out, like for Evan Nilsson and Saka or Trossard, like you say. That would make your team pretty ship shape, I think.
Yeah, I like that. I do quite like the idea of a Trossard. But you if you look back through my history of this season,
Punts.
So that again.
The history of punts.
Punts. Sorry, I thought you said something else. Then I was like, all right, mate.
You what?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Just really unnecessary word there. Just punts. I was like, sorry. Is my only Arsenal player that I've had throughout the season to come in. Yeah, Saka's dipped in and out very rarely, but we've established that he doesn't do anything when we have him. Is Raya in goal? And I don't usually
This is also why I don't want to captain Saka.
Yeah,
it's terrible for us.
Yeah,
he has been terrible for me. Still now,
infamously bad choice for us. When we don't have him, he scores. When we do have him, he does nothing. But I don't have Arsenal players in my team. You could go through all of the weeks. Very rarely do I get Arsenal players in, and I don't know if there's some bias there. I think there is, but just like I won't have any Leeds players next season, just won't happen. Also, yeah, or Liverpool actually. It's strange that I don't have any Liverpool in my team at the moment either. But yeah, it's. I think it will be a Cunha. A Haaland potentially and a KDB. I just want to get rid of them. I don't like having them in the side at the moment, I think I might go Trossard, and I might go an Evan Nilsson as well. Actually, I don't know. Let's see.
I think that's what I'd do in your position is Trossard and Evan Nilsson. Right, go on. Captains, right? So listen to this, right? This is my 8-player shortlist for captaincy.
Okay.
This is how wide open it is this week. Salah at home to Palace. Watkins away to Man United. Isak at home to Everton. Saka or Trossard away to Southampton. Bowen away to Ipswich. And Mbumo away to Wolves. Evan Nilsson at home to Leicester. I mean, mate, you wouldn't mind sticking on one of those guys. Honestly, I'm well up in the air about this. I've no clue. Like it's on Bowen at the moment for me, just because of how consistent he is. Sure. But I don't trust West Ham. Everyone's got like a little caveat next to their name. Like Salah at home to Palace last day of the season. He's the Premier League's top scorer. He's going for the records. But Liverpool and Salah haven't been in good form. Watkins is in good form. Man United have been in bad form. It makes sense, but they're away. United are at home. Isak might still have groin stiffness and can't play. Arsenal are Arsenal, and Mbumo away to Wolves because it's away. We don't know. Evan Nilsson at home to Leicester. I don't know. Now I say it out loud, that kind of feels like the pick. Evan Nilsson at home to Leicester.
I mean, I hear you. And he's been consistent. The only thing
I can't think of a negative.
The only thing that he's not on is obviously he's not on pens. Cliver is usually the pen taker. That would be my only thing that sways it. I like Cliver.
Is he not on pens? I
No,
thought
he
was on
keep
pens.
whenever
I thought Clivert was on pens when he was injured.
other way round. Clivert
Right.
always takes pens, but I mean, look, mate. I guess, but I think maybe anyone's game. Whoever picks the ball up first, I reckon, in the last game of the season, surely it's just like
yeah.
But
I guess the only negative about Ivan Nilsson is that Bournemouth have actually dropped off quite a bit, and they officially have nothing to play for last game of the season. But still, home to Leicester, surely.
at home to Leicester, they want to finish strong.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to finish strong.
Yeah.
You know, it's you want to go into the.
You just ask Isak.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Like, I mean, I personally think I don't really know. Actually, I mean, captains wise, I do like Bowen.
I'm not going to hold you to this. But you got to choose someone now.
I think I would like to go Bowen. I've just got
Yeah.
a weird feeling that he will just cruise that 8 points or get double down.
Yeah.
Like even if it's just an assist and you're like, okay, I just see it happening.
Yeah.
Or like a little goal, couple of us, maybe an assist and a goal. His goal that he took at the weekend, that touch and the strike was
beautiful.
Tickety boo. He should be playing for another team. Come on. Like, surely someone.
Sorry, West Ham fans.
Sorry, but
do you know, I was listening to Planet FPL this week, and Serge is obviously a massive hammer, and he was like, I just feel bad for the guy. He should be playing for another team. Like, we don't deserve him, and it is so true. Like, he's top draw.
It's just like Bruno, like United. I mean, he should go. He might go to Saudi for 120 million, but it's just
Mate, you need that money, to be fair, for the overhaul.
True. But yeah, Bowen. Like I like the idea of Bowen. I like the idea. I hear what you're saying about Mo Salah as well, but I tell you what. I wouldn't mind if I had a Watkins. I'd be tempted by Watkins. As you said, there's too many. There's too many of Watkins at Manchester United. Win or lose. If we lose, Watkins all day.
All right. Okay, Will, I think that's enough FPL chat for one day.
Yeah, man.
So, guys, as I said at the top of the show, it's a very special episode for Footballer 20 Questions. This week, we've brought Phil back, and we are going to cut to... We actually did this yesterday with Phil, so we are going to dive into that for you now. Enjoy. So, guys, welcome back. We've got Phil back on the show. Welcome back, Phil.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Very well, mate. How the devil are you, mate? Thank you for coming back for this very special end-of-season episode. 20 questions.
I'm excited. I've loved the pod all year, and it's been great fun. And it's been great setting you guys up with a few of the 20 questions. Like, you've been taking on all my suggestions. Almost like I'm the only one who sends them in.
Yeah.
I wish that wasn't true.
Yeah.
But mate, it's the least we could do. We thought, as you do message me and Will every week, the least we can do is get you on for a game. And this is the perfect time. So what I thought I'd do is I've got one that for both you and Will to work together on.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Yeah, I'm cool.
It sounds good.
We can do this.
I'm not sure how it's going to work, but we can do it, yeah.
We can just have a lot of chitter chatter to be like.
I suppose we can chitter chatter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
as if we were in the same room.
Conferring.
We could even say
conferring.
Phil. We can just be like, oh, I think it's Dion Dublin.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Fuck.
I've just killed Tom.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Dion Dublin is a great one. The panic. Just got to.
Just enter this.
Right. Okay, boys. So good luck. Because there's two of you, I've made it slightly harder than maybe I would do normally if it was just Will. But so good luck.
Okay.
Away you go.
Okay, Phil. So I think we've recently established that the one of the killer questions is getting the team just straight off the bat, and the Manchester United Liverpool question is a doozy. But I feel like Tom has instantly gone, I'm not picking either Liverpool or Manchester United.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, my first question was going to be, has this team won the Champions League? Because that immediately rules out Arsenal as a sort of lone wolf.
Straight in.
And Tottenham.
And Tottenham. So Tottenham haven't won the Champions League, but then you get like teams like Villa, or not, like if he was going current, Nottingham Forest, Man City, Chelsea.
I really like it. Ask the question.
Thomas, has this team won that this player has played for? So not currently, he may not have won the Champions League, but has this team won the Champions League?
So you are saying,
hang on,
has this
hang
player,
on.
This player's played for the team?
has this player played for a Champions League winning side?
Because that might determine the team. Unless he's played for Chelsea and Man United.
Do it.
Yes, he has.
Okay.
I think I know the player.
I think I got it.
It's Theo Dublin.
So hang on a minute. So who? What? But then there's quite a lot of worldwide teams here.
No, I'm talking.
You know,
I'm talking Premier League though. Sorry.
That wasn't in the question.
I knew he was going to do something like this. Did he? I think we have to specify now where he's played. Is he like? Was that team a English team? Shall we ask that?
Yeah, ask that.
Was the team when he played for the team that's won the Champions League? Did he play? Was it a UK team?
He has played, yes, for a UK team that has won the Champions League. Yes.
So then there's only Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, Liverpool. So we exclude Arsenal.
Yeah.
I will just going forward, because I think this is important. Note is because you say Champions League, I don't count Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa because that was the European Cup. Do you know what I mean? It's not Champions League.
Okay.
It's just a name change, Tom. But yeah, okay, fine.
Branding
Well,
wise,
I don't know. What do you reckon, Will? Should we?
No.
We could include it all if you want.
No. I think you've given us a bit of a clue there. That's just then Chelsea, Man United, Man City,
and Liverpool.
Or Liverpool.
Okay.
So you've taken two teams out. Thanks.
So.
Damn it.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I was kind of assuming that you'd done that anyway. So original question is probably quite a healthy one now. Did this person play for Liverpool or Manchester United? Because it kind of gets rid of, or it cuts it in half out of City and Chelsea. Oi, Tom, did this player play for Manchester United or Liverpool?
No.
Okay, so Chelsea or Man City. Okay, I think we need to just get the club instantly.
Oh, so you think the next question should be like,
yeah,
is it Chelsea?
Yeah, and I already think it's Chelsea.
Yeah, I think it's Chelsea.
Just by the way, Tom's like shifting his chair.
He's got little tails, hasn't he?
He does. My favourite one is when his little. What's go on? What you go? What go on, Phil?
Did this player play for Chelsea? Yeah.
Yes.
Knew it.
Okay. Past player, so he's retired because he didn't do the present tense.
No, I wouldn't trust that. Not even a little bit.
Look at the little smile. Look at the little smile. He's trying to hold it in.
Say nothing.
He's trying to hold it in.
Just being neutral.
It's not as simple as that, Phil. Like there is a lot of shady stuff that gets cut out, which is like the throw. Yeah, like the.
Tom does these little throwaways. So it's a Chelsea player. So now
we need to get.
So if it's a Chelsea player, I imagine it's someone that's played for another Premier League team because those players like to move around.
Or do we try and get a position locked in?
Okay, we can. I would imagine a guess. It's a midfielder. For some reason.
Okay, but the thing
in my head, I've got two that I think it could be.
Go on,
players.
Share. It's all good. Speak
your
your
mind. Speak your mind, mate. Let's see some conferring going on.
So I think, let's look at Tom, by the way. I think Raul Morales would be a good shout. Liverpool and Chelsea. He didn't win the Champions League with Liverpool, but he's played for both teams. Maybe he did win it with Chelsea. Maybe he did. Raul Morales, or I would
Just to be clear, At no point have we established that this player has won a Champions League.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I'm aware of that. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, so it could be Raul Morales. That could be Tom just throwing us off there.
True, but we've got plenty of questions to figure that out. Right.
Yeah.
I think that's probably quite a good question to ask. Actually,
Go on. Multi-club player in the Premier League, or whether he's won the Champions League. Is that a question?
Tom, did he win the Champions League with Chelsea?
He has won Champions League with Chelsea.
Okay, so it puts us in our Mourinho kind of time. I reckon we need to establish the country, because if it's John Terry, it's an easy one.
It's not John Terry. It's not.
I don't know, but it could be a defender. It'll
be someone random like John Obi, Mikel, or someone like that. Was he playing around then?
Yeah, not bad. Anyway, right. I think we established the position.
Okay.
Try and get that position locked down, because then that narrows it down quite significantly for the. Like, if it's Claude Makelele, stupid. That's not even.
That's a silly one.
That's one of my favourite.
That's your favourite player, isn't it?
One of the list of many favourite players. Does this? What about? Do you reckon we just knock out the striker or midfielder?
Yeah. Go.
Or do you want to just go like balls to the wall and go like pick one, and if we get it right, then we saved ourselves a question. But if we get it wrong, then we've opened up a lot more questions. Pick
a department. Midfield or striker. Go.
Is this player a midfielder?
No.
It's a defender. He's gonna go goalkeeper or defender. I know it. Tom, is this player a defender?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Good work.
So Ivanovic.
Nice.
Maybe.
We need to get the country now.
Definitely
get the country of the nationality of the player, because then it's like done deal, Donald. Okay, so how have we done this in the past? We've done this by like Europe, the continent. Obviously, is a good start.
Yeah. So at the time, defensive-wise, who do they have? They had Ivanovic, Terry. They had Ashley Cole, and who do they have at right back?
Can't see him.
He's like a Portuguese chap. And I remember like he did that move to a Liverpool player where he just sort of like chopped him in the chest or something like to push him out.
Sounds about right.
I can't remember that.
I'm sure he's a Portuguese player.
I know the player you're talking
you
about.
Can't remember that.
Yeah, don't listen to that. Don't listen to that, Phil. That is totally.
That is. I can see.
Yeah.
I can see this.
I don't remember that. he learned.
No. But what did he do? He tackled a Liverpool player.
It was like in the corner flag, and the Liverpool player was just like killing time. He was just like sort of shielded the ball.
Did he go right in the back with his foot?
Yeah, you know it. You remember it?
Yeah, I do remember that.
It wasn't like, I can't remember his name, but I can see his face. He had like a monobrow.
I don't know that.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's the whole point. I'm sure that's the guy, because Tom knows you don't know who it is.
Yeah, that's probably the guy.
I think you're thinking of two different players there.
Am I? I want to say his name began with a Q, but maybe not.
Right, yeah, defensive
player
for Chelsea, won the Champions League. So we need to get nationality. So let's just if he's European, that knocks out a few. Is this player from Europe?
Yes. That is 8 questions, boys. You're doing well.
We've got nationality, we've got position, we've got Chelsea.
I wouldn't say we've got nationality. We've got like continent.
I mean, you basically got it, right?
Yeah. That's basically
got it in 10.
A handful of countries.
Yeah.
Okay, let's lock down this country. So,
I think it's Portugal.
So we need to pick. Yeah, okay.
I think it's Portugal. Tom,
go on. Ask. I feel it.
Do you not feel it? Okay.
No, do it. I love these questions.
Is this player from Portugal?
Yes, he is.
Yes, Phil! Yeah, yes! Okay, you're on your own now, kid.
And that's well out.
I'm just going to go, matey. See you later.
So he's from Portugal, and I can see his face. He had like...
I'm trying to picture even remotely who you're talking about.
There was
monobrow.
Did this player, Tom, go on to play for QPR?
Yes, Phil. Yes, Phil.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, you got it. Right, so hang on. You just need to start naming people, and then something will jump out. Like
This is bullshit,
you've
man.
got it.
This is
You've
bullshit.
got it, Phil. You've got it, Phil. Give me more about this player. Like
Because
what-
you were
what kind
naming,
of-
you were naming
No,
all the
stop
players
talking,
of the Jose
Tom.
Mourinho era, and the right back was Paulo Ferreira in that back line.
Paulo
This
Ferreira,
player
yeah.
is not even from that era.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going, Phil. You've got it. Just what size feet do you reckon he wore? Do you reckon he was nice to his mum?
So I think...
like keep going. We got plenty of questions.
So if-
you can
The thing
You
is,
can answer what you like.
it's not about the questions now. You know who it is. It's whether or not you can actually dig his
I
name out.
can't dig his name
you
out.
take. Do you know what, mate? We've got all day. This is what often happens. I'll just sit there going like this. I don't know it. And then out of nowhere, it will come to you like a bullet in the night. That doesn't come in the night.
Like a bullet in the night.
Could do.
I want to
Yeah.
say his name begins with a Q.
Q's are tricky
Yeah,
names. Not very good with names.
yeah.
Why do we play this game?
Oh, it's stressful. It's so stressful.
Form
'cause I
of
could-
bullying, I think.
Defensive players plays for QPR as well.
He played for QPR, and I want to say his name's like Charisma. No, it's not Charisma, but like...
Charisma's the right winger who used to play for
He's
Betis.
That's right, that's it. But like, it was something like...
Show off.
Yeah. It wasn't that, but I'm sure his name begins with a Q.
Actually, no, he did play. No, he did play for Chelsea as well. Actually,
Yeah,
didn't he came.
he did.
I forgot about that.
It wasn't.
But yeah, he's not right back.
Yeah. I'm sure this guy's got, like... Did he typically have like a shaved head and a monobrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know the guy I'm thinking about?
Yeah, I think
Willie?
I think I do. Did he even play for? No, he didn't also play for City, did he?
No, he didn't. No.
No, I'm thinking of. I know I'm thinking of Zabaleta, but that's not,
Yeah.
Good shout.
It's a good
Good
one.
shout on Zabaleta.
Zabaleta
That's
was
a good one,
shout.
isn't it? Yeah,
He's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a solid player.
I can see his face. He was like a right back. He was fairly quick. He was a bit aggressive. Shaved head, monobrow. I can see him. Like, he looks Portuguese. Olivey skin.
Sounds dreamy.
Yeah, he's a real hunk. I just can't for the life of me think of his name. And I was hoping, Willie, you'd just go, oh, it's so-and-so.
No, I'm not the best for Chelsea. Chelsea are actually a bit of an Achilles heel because they've had too many players and dislike them.
Yeah, yeah. Tom, does his name begin with a Q?
No.
Oh,
It's a silent J or something.
no. Then I think it begins with an F.
Close.
It's something like,
Isn't it just like Fernandez then?
it's not Fernandez, it could be.
Quensada or like, like
Yes,
like yeah,
yes,
some
there you go.
kind of silent-y kind of. Can no.
Oh, could be a C.
Could be a C. A no, I'm just
It's
thinking
not
of players.
Cucurella. You're thinking of Cucurella. You've
I'm
gone to
gonna
Cucurella.
end up screwing you up because I'm gonna keep on talking and like naming people, and you're gonna be like, yeah, okay, stop talking. Well,
It wasn't Fonseca. No, it wasn't. His name doesn't begin with an F, does it, Tom?
Is that a question, Phil?
Burnham.
I'm sure it begins
Go
with like...
with
F.
the questions to
Okay.
knock it out. Yeah, we have to spell it.
What's the second
Sold.
letter?
I might have done. Yeah.
Tom, does his name begin with an F?
No.
This is so frustrating.
7 questions remain. I'm going to give you just a small help, just because we could be here all day.
Yeah.
I think it might help you out to get his first name.
Brian.
No, hang on. No. It's got to be like the most traditional Portuguese name you've ever heard of. So, hang on. There was one player, Jose. Tom, is his first name Jose?
Yes, it is.
I think I got it.
So, say it out loud first.
Hang on. I don't even know if this was a real defender or a player.
Just say if I might catch it and be like, oh yeah, that's who it is.
Jose Bosingwa.
It
sounds
sounds
like
right.
it could either be a right name. I mean, I'm sure Tom will go, yeah, it's Jose Basinga or Basinga.
A pronunciation of a word of a name is that's too harsh. He'll give us it for that.
Okay, but I think it was.
Okay, well look, here's we've got questions. Does without asking the question, does it start with B, like the second name? You want to ask that, or does you can do rhyming?
I think so.
Go on, Phil.
Does his second name begin with a B?
Yes, it does.
Do it.
I think. Can I guess it then?
Do it.
Okay, is it Jose Pasingua, or close to that sounding name, beginning with a name?
Starting his career in the year 2000 for Boa Vista, he played 41 times. He was there for 3 years. He went to Frimunde on loan, where he played 11 times before moving to Porto in 2003. He played for Porto until 2008. He was part of the Champions League winning side for Porto. He played 107 times, scoring 3 goals. Then he moved to Chelsea. He was at Chelsea from 2008 to 2012, picking up his second Champions League title for Chelsea under the manager Roberto Di Matteo. And then he went to QPR, 23 appearances, making multi-million pounds while he was there, to the hatred of all the QPR fans. He was absolutely terrible. And then he moved to Transport in 2013, where I think must be retired. Yeah, he's 42. He was retired, finished his career there in 2016. His name is Jose Basingwa.
I see him.
Well done, boys.
Probably, guys, like Phil, honestly, I would never have got that. That is the heaviest monobrow I've seen. Anyone that's watching YouTube, check that out.
It's a proper, like, Sesame Street but an Ernie vibe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got a very distinctive face.
All right. Well done, Phil. Thank you so much, mate, for coming on. I hope you enjoyed it, dude.
Loved that one. Loved it. We got it, Will. I thought we were really going to struggle then.
Mate, that was all you. I was just a mere passenger in the world of Phil, and it was.
As soon as we got the defender, I was like, oh, it's got to be like. If he's won the Champions League, it was that
You
first
got
question.
there quite quickly.
The Champions League question.
When you started haggling over the right back, I was like, fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, but the thing is that with the experience of my knowledge and experience of how these 20 questions go, and a normal person's knowledge of football, this game's easy.
Yeah. No, it's perfect dovetailing there, boys. Well done.
Yeah.
Right, nice one, Phil. Thank you, mate. We'll see you soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, see you soon.
Thanks, Phil.
Okay, guys, we're back. Hope you enjoyed that. Well done to Will and Phil. Getting Jose Basingwa, the Bert and Ernie monobrow, will live in everyone's memory.
Serious.
Whether or not you can remember his name or not, we'll remember the brow. Guys, that's going to wrap up the show for this week. Good luck in the final game week, everybody. We will be back next week to round up the season. So stick around for that. We will also be concluding the winner of the mini league as well.
Indeed.
But yeah, enjoy yourselves this weekend. We'll speak soon. And guys, just a reminder, if you're listening, watching on socials, drop us a like, give us a little comment, and come speak to us at Tom and Will FPL. Yeah, peace out. That's a wrap. Hit the music.